It's not inexpensive, and they let you know when the seeds are gone. But they're so much fun to watch. And when I took seed out this fall, and it was cold out, and they usually take off as soon as you get near. But there was this one bird, he seemed to want to say, "Where have you been? I've been waiting here all day. You know, I've got things to do, and it's getting close to supper time, and I'm cold, and I need some sustenance. Where have you been? It's been at least a few weeks since you put some food out. Do you think the beard don't get weak? Where have you been? And don't take so long next time." The little birds, they just flutter, and some of them run away. But the bigger birds, they fight for their pay. They push each other around, and they won't let go once they have a hold. And when the squirrel comes, oh boy, all the birds take off, and if the squirrel can get it loose, then he takes it with him. I learned to quit putting bells out in the summer. They just pick them up and walk away. Birds are beautiful and plentiful, and a lot of them don't leave here, and I don't understand how their little tiny bodies don't freeze. Can anyone explain that to me? Their little tiny veins when it's 30 below, how come they don't collapse and just fall over in the snow? I don't get it. How do those little birds keep going? They have the tiniest little hearts and the tiny little feet. How do they hang on to those cold branches when it's 40 degrees below? How do they even break a seed off that thing and put it in their mouths and just let it, what's the word? Dissolve? No, not dissolve. Thaw out, anyway. Poor birds, I love them, but they're expensive. It doesn't really matter, 'cause once you start, you're sensitive to their needs, and you keep buying seeds and putting them out there in threes and threes and threes, and you feed the birds till, I don't know, how long do you feed the birds? They're still eating, so we're still feeding them. How come they don't freeze? I just don't understand that. I don't understand how their tiny little veins and their little lungs, I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I guess God is good. Little birds.